Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How are you? How are you? I'm waiting for all my comments to show up. It's taking a little bit today, so I'll give it a second. Then I'll be able to see everybody. Hello, Mitz and Nettie and Joetta and Kath. Nettie, guess what? Your stuff come today. I just sent you a message, stuff. That's funny. Hey, Joetta. Hey, Kath. What's everybody up to? I know, Nettie. I went today. Well, I didn't. Giggles went to the post office box, and lo and behold, it was here. I know. Finally, I was excited. I'm like, Nettie's gonna be so happy. I have so much stuff on my desk. It's crazy. So what's everybody else been up to today on this wonderful Saturday? Yes, I opened it and I got your little bookmark and your lace. It was so sweet. Yeah, that's because that's all she does. Her and Lainey, which is my 15-year-old, she's gonna be 16, and my older daughter both. Awesome! Oh, those cards are just to die for. I love those cards. Oh, yuck. I love green, Nettie. Hi, Susan. Green is my favorite color. I love green. And teal and purple. Wow, that's crazy. I know my husband was saying that, like, down south and stuff, there's some places that are starting to cancel flights and stuff again. It's crazy. But yeah, I love those cards too, stuff. But my favorite thing out of that whole thing is the Edgar Allan Poe pages. They're my favorite. They really are. That was the hilarious part. We'll give everybody a little bit of time to get in here. I got a new brayer. My other one's really small. See? And little bitty dinky one. So it saves me a lot of time because it's so big. And you know, time is my day today. Ha ha. Hey Beverly. Let's see, what did I do today? Oh, my dad had a new security system that had to be put up. So my husband went and done that, and I did the computer into that, and I took a nap today, and I ate at Subway and hung out goofing around. Pulled out my stamps. Look, I got this Fisker stamp. It's so cute, you guys. It's got tons of stuff. It's got a little tag, and it says property of. It's got a this little book belongs to. It's got thank you, special delivery. It's got a little snail mail, and it's got the little snail. You put the little snail mail behind him like he's dragging a trail. He's so cute, and little mushrooms and worms. And it's a Fisker's. It's called, yeah, it doesn't say. Well, wait a minute. Maybe it's a Forest Folktale is what it's called. Hey, how are you, Fox? Yeah, it's called Forest Folktale. Nope. No, Fly Fox. I know, and I love the fact it's got snail mail behind it. It's so cute. Yep, I do too. I love mushrooms. They're my favorite. I'll play around while everybody's coming. We give everybody a little time to get here. I always try to put them back in there because I want to know where they came from. And if I don't, then I don't know where they came from. Let's see. That says, so I want that there. And I'll put my little snail on here. There are, and I love it to stamp on the front of my envelopes. It doesn't want to come off there. Why not? We'll see what he looks like. Hi, Mom. And this is a vintage photo and potting soil. Or, no, it's not. Jeez, vintage photo. Archival ink and potting soil. Jeez. One of those days, guys. And it's so cute. Look. Oh, let me put it on the back. He is big, so I probably should have put him over here. But, you know me. I didn't pay attention to that. Look at him. He is so cute. And it says snail mail. So cute. It's going to be cute just to put on, like, Happy Mail. If you'd put him in the right place, unlike me. Hi, Kathy. How are you today? What are you up to? Let's see, I'll do one the way I should have. Put him over here. There we go. How cute. I love it. Oh. I pulled out some of my favorite stamps to use. This happened to be one that was in the pile with it. I thought it was really cute. And somebody the other day was talking about they were looking for a snail mail stamp, and I don't remember who it was. Woohoo, Kathy. Awesome. Everybody must be getting their stuff today. That's funny. He is cute. One of my favorites. And I pulled out all my Tim Holtz stamps because I have these stamps, you guys, but they're like Tim Holtz stamps. And it's goofy. I don't want to use them and get them dirty. I know that's so dumb. It's probably the craziest thing most people have heard. But I have those. I have my Encadoos. Of course, I used the dragonfly the other day. I love these. I love the hummingbird, so I'm going to use him today. And this is one of my favorites. And you'll see my favorites all the time. And this one, I love this one with the bird. It says a bird doesn't sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. And it like the happiness, and it's sort of like an old vintage font. It's really pretty. And I got that one. I like that one. Of course, it's got the little Eiffel Tower. So it's more of a, and the, you know, sort of a Paris-y type thing. But at the same time, there's some really vintage, cute little vintage things on there that are real cute. And that's, this one's a Hampton art. So is this one. I love the little cancellation for your stamps. And a little bee, a little pocket watch. Like those. And I love this one just as an all-over stamp. Hey, April's in the house. Yep, Nettie, it's a key. I love the keys. I love this little swirly giggy one. And this one's called Ornate Flourishes. And this is the cutest thing. Like if you're doing a page and you want to stamp it and you want to add something to it, but you don't want to overdo it. This is like perfect because it's almost like sewing that goes down the side. It just adds that nice little touch. And then there's ones that go across the top. And then, of course, I have a layered rose. I love my layered rose because, you know, you do one in one color and then, you know, you layer it. And I got, this one's called Dot Flourishes. And it's got the little dots in it, but it's another one, nice one to just add a little bit of stuff to it. And I have my mandala one. And I have this one I love with the flowers, but it has, you know, like mother, father, sister, brother, friend, son, boy, girl. So this will be good when we do our family one. How's April today? What have you been up to? There's people everywhere. What have you been up to? I need to move these out of the way. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. I know people will be coming in and out, and I'm actually I need to do some envelopes, some CD envelopes. And I really like using let's see, these I think are 3x5. Yeah, the 3x5 index cards is like ephemera to go in these small envelopes. Hey, Cheryl! I was thinking about you today. I seen something that was red and black, and it always makes me think of you now. It's so funny. But if you decorate them and then you put like some sari silk or lace or something around the top, you know, you don't want it to crush it or anything. It's just the right size that it fits in here. So, or if you have, you know, ephemera that sort of hangs off the side. Awesome. I was waiting for my phone call. You know, that one free phone call you get, April. I was waiting for it. Okay, so I'm going to start out. I want to do some bluey, pinky, purple colors. So I'm just going to dot some blue down. And I'm using Distress ink. That one was called Blueprint Sketch. And, of course, Wilted Violet, which is one of my most favorite purples. I love the way that it is. And then I wanted a lighter one. Oh, let's go for a pink, actually. Let's... ooh, you know what? That'll be pretty. We'll go with a worn lipstick. I was waiting for it. You just never know. She said the other night we need to keep an eye out. And then I'm just going to put just a tad bit of water, not a lot, just a tad. And most of you guys, if you've done this before, you've seen me do this before. I'm just picking up the ink, and where I, you know, put those, that'll keep it sort of separated. And I do it in different directions because I don't want everything to be in the same direction. And I'm not rubbing, I'm sort of just dotting it, so I'm picking it up. If you've seen me do it before, some of you guys have. And you can keep adding it, as thick as you want it to be. But while I'm doing that, well, good, they need to. I'm going to do the back of my index card as well. That way it sort of matches with the envelope that it's with. Okay, and then while I'm doing that, I'm going to move this to the side. I'm going to flip this one over. And I don't have to worry about flipping it because, it'll carry it with it. It'll just pick, extra drops up. Sort of how this did on the back. And I don't mind that. Okay. Then I'm just going to take my envelope after I've did that and just wipe up any that's left over. Okay. I'm going to grab my baby wipe because and wipe my pad just in case if I switch to a different color next time. And I will. I'll keep mixing my colors up. Okay. So this is what the front of our envelope looks like, which I love the pink and the blue all together and the purple in the back. And then that's what the front of our index card looks like. Then, of course, we've got the back where it leaked through, but it doesn't cover it enough that you can't write on it. Woohoo, Cheryl. Awesome. And then I want to use the wilted violet because, I love the purple. So that's what I'm going to use. And I'm just going to sort of darken the edges up a little bit with that. Just sort of grab a little bit of it and pull. That's awesome. Yeah, if you've seen the video where I did my CD, the hard thing with the CD envelopes is they're hard to come by now. At least where I'm at, they are hard to find. That's why I went ahead and, did some of mine so I could made them digital because you do have to watch because when it goes down, it will seal on you if it's wet. And I'm just sort of scratching the edge. I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to turn this over and do the back here. Oh, yeah, you can find them on Amazon too. Yeah. And because it's distress ink, I'm going to spray it with a little water. And I'm just going to let it set for a second. That's going to help, some of that ink around the edges sort of bleed. And I like when it bleeds in. It sort of gives it that more of like a watercolor effect. And then I just take my baby wipe and put over top of it and just press it a little bit. And it'll take some of it off, but it won't hurt anything. But it sort of makes it more like it's been painted on. Like that. And that'll sort of take some of that extra water off the top of it too. I'll go ahead and wipe this up. And then I'm going to set this to the side to dry and move on to my next one. Okay, so the next one, what do I want to do with it? Okay, I think I'm going to do a light green background. Thanks, hon. Just set it there.
Where's your coaster that I got you?
I don't know. Just set it down there. It's up there somewhere.
Going right there. What you doing?
I'm doing green. Okay. And this one I'm just tapping in. I'm just spreading some of the light green. Oh, awesome. That's fun, Janet. Oh my gosh, Cheryl. I would have just died. That's a lot for one of those.
Wait for one of those.
And you wanted what? A vintage? Are you talking about the vintage photo like this? Is this what you're after? This is like the 3-inch pad. Is that what you were trying to find?
Finally using the Google. Yes, 3x3.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Do they have any for Ranger?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to see if I can get any. That's crazy. Yeah, you can't afford to pay that for nothing.
Cheers, going.
Oh, okay. Just let me know what I owe you, Janet. Send me a thing. You were too sweet. How much is too much for a mini 4-pack? I don't know. That sort of depends.
That's where you're at, I guess.
It depends on Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, see, I can usually get them for around $7 at my price.
Oh.
Where do you get your stamps?
Did you see Nettie though?
Oh, well, Nettie, tell him I said hi. What's his name? You have to remind me. I told you you can't expect. I don't do names really well. It takes me a while. What's his name? And I know you've said it before, but I just can't remember off the top of my head.
Does it register?
Huh?
Does it register?
Nathaniel. That's my oldest son's middle name, so I will never. I'm not sure I've ever heard her say his name. She just always says my son.
Mm-hmm. She said it before.
Uh-oh, they missed you, Giggles.
Let's play 5 seconds.
Let's see, green. We're gonna do purple. Green and purple.
Where's the teal?
I'm pulling it out. I am pulling my teal out. Oh, and let me tell you, because I'll forget, that the purple I just pulled out was wilted violet, of course. And I'm using peacock feathers.
Is that really cute? Oh, that is cute. Did I get a vendetta against April or something?
No. They were talking about ink.
No, very bottom. I think April's got a vendetta against me. I got the eclipse of dots.
Oh, she dotted you. And then I'm just gonna, and I love how this mixes together. And then I'm gonna go right over top my stencil. I try to make sure I get down in all the little crooks and crannies.
You guys doesn't stain your brayer?
Huh?
You guys saying it doesn't stain your brayer?
No, this doesn't because it's water-based. Okay. Okay. I'm going to set my brayer to the side. I'm going to spray a little water on top. I'm going to grab my next envelope. I'm going to put it straight down and rub. And you get like that facade of the flowers on there. Which I love. I love how it just has that like hollowed look, like it was, you know, etched out.
Don't go adding eclipse at the end of your sentences.
And the box is shining through.
Is what? 3 periods mean that there's something after, like coming afterwards?
And the envelope does come through.
Soggy.
But it adds almost this really cool effect. Well, hi, Nathaniel. Give that boy some paper and let him craft. Give him paper and crayons. Let him color. My boys loved to color when they were little. That goes away when they get older. Okay. Then I'm going to grab this, which is what I have left, and just goes to the back of this one. And I can rub it around, gather it all up. That way I'm not losing anything. And so, you know, that added a nice light blue on the back, sort of a speckle. This is going to look really good with,
Do they have the mini speckled egg out yet?
Yes, the mini speckled egg is out. That's what I was looking for. But I put it, I think it's over there. I put it over there so nothing happened to it. Because it didn't fit in my box.
I wonder why. So where is it?
Oh, my name's Dorothy, honey.
Where is it, Mom?
I don't know.
How am I supposed to know?
How cute.
Don't go baby crazy on me.
I love kids and babies.
You don't want your own, that's the issue.
As long as they go home to mama.
I don't know where your speckled egg is.
It's okay, don't worry about it.
I do have receipts.
Hi, Jackie. How are you?
Jackie.
Yep, Jackie Olsen.
I haven't seen her in a while. But I haven't, like, chilled her.
He's so cute. He said, oh, hello, Dorothy. Well, hello, Nathaniel. That's so funny. Awesome.
What?
So you put a little green ink around it. I love the way that turned out. It almost, I mean, I love. Now, if you didn't want the envelope track in there, which I sort of like that, because it sort of creates this, like, I don't know, divided painting feel to me, or almost like a quilt type feel to it. If you don't want that,
It is usual.
Spray some water on it. And then if you spray water on it, that's going to let your envelope unseal. Then you can open it up. So see, I could have done it and not had the X there. But I like the X there on some things. Not on everything. On this thing, I actually liked it on there. So
It smells so good.
She's sniffing my watercolors, you guys.
Oh my god, what smell?
She's so weird.
It smells good.
Really, really weird. And I'm going to hang that up to dry. And I'm going to put the little ghost one over here to dry, and I will do inserts for them. in a little bit.
Mom?
Yes.
I've never smelled these before because I'm always used to using
Okay, well.
little Crayola ones that are like tube paints, and tube paints don't smell like this.
Quit sniffing my paint. Okay. I want to use a stamp.
Ooh,
What do I want to use?
ooh. These are glossy. Are these? Wait, are these?
Hold on, guys. I'm looking for a stamp. I want one that's going to fit on there.
Are these butterflies too?
They're going to use a bird. Oh, that one would be perfect, though, I think. Awesome, Cheryl. I'll have to check them out. I always, just because, if you guys see, you'll see a heart or a comment or whatever. What are you doing? No, I don't need to see it right now. I'll go see it in a little while. I'll see when I get done. Sometimes I'll just hit like, the heart or the little smiley face or whatever. Sometimes I don't actually write a big drawn out message just because if I replied to everybody's message, I'd be there all day long. I'd never get anything done, and I'm already bad enough. I know I smell books. She smells paint, but she's an artist, so it sort of makes sense that she would smell paint.
Okay, but like, it's not that weird because I'm used to tube watercolor. They don't smell like patty.
Yeah, I have a dry watercolor tray like this. This is what she was smelling.
These smell horrid though.
She has tubes. Hers are in tubes, so she usually uses those. Yeah. So she's used to having the tube ones. So she was. You would like okay, I will make sure.
An essay, please?
An essay. Yes, she wants an essay about her CD envelopes. I will critique you. It might not all be good, but I'll critique you.
Wait, is this stuff watercolor too?
Yeah. Okay. So let me see. Let me see where I'm at. And this one, this was a Inkadinkadoo called Meadow. And see, it's got the wheat, which I think is gorgeous. And then I'm going to put one of the little butterflies up here. What? Oh, and I'm using archival. And, yeah, jet black. I was like, I know it's black.
It was either that or set. Oh, wait, no, that's Tim Holt's set, isn't it?
Yeah. And then put my little there. Then I'm going to put Hey Lori, how are you doing, honey? You have been on my mind all day.
Everybody else talks.
I have talked about you
all day.
All day off and on. You have been on my mind. So I was with you.
Just mini Dorothy in the pocket.
And I'm going to use my word happiness. I bet, honey. Hugs, 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 and more hugs.
What'd you say? Are you two being sisters again?
Yeah. We're having a sister moment. You're welcome,
People are
honey.
gonna think you're legit sisters.
We are. We are sisters.
What is it? Many cases, blood is strong, but you guys seem to have something different.
Yeah. Oh no.
What?
That's not good. Did you call the doctor?
I haven't felt well all day, she said. Oh no, you're okay. Mommy is leaving home. Is waving more. Oh. Yep.
Oh,
No. She said yep and then no, so that's confusing.
okay. Let me pull this off. You do this one first, then I'll do the other one.
What are you doing?
You better be careful.
I'm going to be okay by 2021. Or whatever.
Oh, you better call your doctor and talk to him. She had a bad pain in the back of her head and she felt dizzy and nauseous.
She got a concussion?
That is not worth risking.
You can take care of yourself, Lord.
Yep, so. Now Mom can see you. Then I'm using potting soil and going around the outside edges. That's the name of my ink. My archival ink. Hi, Elizabeth. Who else? Somebody else came on. Who was that? I think I missed somebody.
I think JoJo's name, but
Yeah, she's been on here though.
I'm dumb though, so.
Yeah, Lori, go to bed. Get some rest.
Did she say that she drinks Lord?
Yeah. Yep, we will all be thinking about you, girl. Keep me posted. Love you too.
She's just from another mother over here.
Yeah. Yeah, Grandma's up there. Okay, that was Tattered Rose, and I'm using spun sugar.
Spun sugar?
Which you're not going to be able to see because it's really light. And then I'm going to use Shaded Lilac, which I absolutely adore. It's really pretty. And because I use archival, I don't have to worry about it running. or anything. And it's a really light pink. So if I need to add some more, I can use a darker pink too. I'm going to come in with picked raspberry, which is a really, really bright, and seedless preserves.
Love you, yay. You did what? Yeah, I got people, friends, if you better if there's someone who can check on you or the way it's not a picture is quite amusing with the brayer.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sure it is. That's funny.
But it's like
Okay, and I'm going to set that to the side to dry. And I don't know if you guys can see how pink and pretty it is. I just picked up that pink. I'm going to set it to the side. Then since I already have this here, I'm going to go ahead and grab it up with my index card. I'm going to do both sides. I don't know why. I know there's a delay sometimes, but I have extremely high speed internet. Well, I have the highest internet speed that I can get in my area. Which is awesome until it's bill time. Let me do a little one too. I'll do a small envelope too. The river dance. That's funny. And then he said it reminded her of Riverdance.
Oh, where you do the sound before the beat?
Yeah.
Not random.
And just by running it in the brayer, sort of like flattens it out some so it doesn't take as long to dry. And then because I had the picked preserves on here, it adds some darker spots. So I'm going to reach out and grab it because, there's no reason to waste ink. But I want some darker dots on my card so, it sort of matches my envelope. So it'll look really pretty. All you have to do is sort of decorate it, throw some, ephemera on there, you're good to go. Let me set that over out of the way. And all the extra I just use and pick up. Just pick it up on there instead of wasting it. And then, I just have, and I can do it the next time, pick up a little bit more, and just keep building on it. Let's use Mowed Lawn. It's a nice green. And Twisted Citron. It's a real bright, vivid green. I'm going to use Lucky Clover. So it's a nice Irish green. And Wild Honey.
Wild honey. Let me get some wild honey.
And I'm just going to keep smacking it, picking up whatever it'll pick up, draining off the extra. Then I'm going to grab my card and pick up all the extra I can from that. And if I need to add some more of a certain color, I can. Or I can just leave it all green. It'll sort of blend in. I may drop some more wild honey on there, though. Now these I want to keep sort of blotty, so I'm not going to use the brayer on them. I'm just going to sort of tap them dry, to get up any of that, large puddles of water or whatever. Same thing with my index card. And if I see sort of a blank spot, I can come in and pick up, some more. Oh, it may be. Well, it may be here because of like the weather. Oh, I know. I found it had fell behind my desk.
What?
It was like all ready to go. Everything. It had fell behind my desk. It was crazy.
What did?
That stuff I was supposed to send, and I found it, so I sent it off. So it'll dry. That'll be really pretty when it dries. That'll be pretty like in the Secret Garden journal. And then it's got the... Let's see. Let's do another CD. Let's do another CD one. No. Oh, is it? Is it chat messing up? I wonder why. Chat's not even on my end. I have nothing to do with chat, so that's something within YouTube. Okay, let me move this out of the way. Clean all this off. Where's my dry? Where did I put? Oh, there it is. Trying to figure out what. Ooh, that has some cute one birds in it. That might be cute. There's 3 little birds.
Start making fun of your binder.
Huh?
Start making fun of your binder.
Ooh, this one would be pretty easy. Let's see. What do we want to use on here? Let's use this one. Are you? Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Tomorrow's technically Father's Day, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If I made something, you can give it a friend.
I'm not giving it to him. You can.
No, it's like a couple thing. The hearts are still but Darn it. That's darn.
Isn't that the set you showed us? Nope. Hold on, let me. This was the set I showed you, I think, the faded type.
Bunny Sand.
Kathy, I think, is the one that I showed you. Yeah, and this is faded type CMS 397. The first page of the stamp book.
Bird and cup, she says.
Hold on, let me look. Oh, yeah, maybe.
Auction that binder, Dorothy.
Yeah.
That's an expensive book right there.
No. That one, is that what you're talking about? It has the teacup, and it's got bees and butterflies and the little birds. Yes, it's got 3 little birds.
That's part of what she's talking about. In the beginning, they said of the bird and cup.
This is the bird and cup.
That has a bird in a cup, the first one.
I don't know if she's talking about that one or she's talking about...
Pull them both up.
Hold on, I'm looking at my other ones real fast. Yep, this is the only one I got in the... that I have, if that's what you're talking about, in the front of the binder. Yeah, must come with contents. Yeah. But this one is called Little Things. And it's THJ005. Some of these are old sets you can't find now. But if you're ever interested in a certain... Oh. Maybe not. I like that set, though. With all the little ones. And I like my faded type one. And I like this one. This one's really nice.
Which one's that one?
It's called Fragments. It's really pretty. Yeah, it's like wallpaper. Why are you putting that up on my thing so everybody can see your nasty mess?
Hey! I want to see if it can get your attention. Not theirs. Oh no, I see it's in his stuff.
Oh, I may have. I don't know.
She doesn't remember stuff.
The pack of stamps that I showed you earlier. Are you talking about that one? Maybe that one? It doesn't have a cup on it, but it has a spoon. That's close. Oh, yeah. That's this one. If you are going to buy one, if you're going to put money out to buy it and you want something to use on your backgrounds and all that, and the two that I would... that if I could only have 2 and I wanted to do backgrounds on ephemera and tags and everything, it would be the faded type and the fragments, just because they are so versatile. Those are my 2 favorites. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
And I like this one. And that one's called Eclectic Edges. It's pretty too. Yep, everybody give me thumbs up. And I'm gonna use this one. Well, let me pull this off. Let me use this one first before it dries. It's gonna be all dried on there. Archival's gonna be permanent on my stump. which is fine. And yes, I know it's smeared. It's smeared. So I got to hurry
With the voice.
because I'm trying to hurry and clean my window off before it dries.
You can never get it off.
Okay, guys, well, I did that, but it's okay because it'll just look like I did it. If you do that, it'll look like I did it on purpose. I was gonna go around it with black anyway, so that worked out fine. If you go around and it gets on there and you want to clean it off, then just spray a little alcohol on it and it'll come off. You just have to make sure that you use a dry rag instead of like a baby wipe so it doesn't get around your edges. That doesn't bother me because I was going to ink around the edges anyway. So, and then you can see where you can tell where it took the ink, but it left it there where it hit the plastic. That's why it's really dark and shiny. So I'm going to come up here and just stamp that in the corner and see where it'll fade. It'll almost have like that rounded fade, which sort of has its own little, so all those little dark spots will still go on there. So you sort of get like this oddball shape. You Google every time. The last two stamp sets, the faded and this one, I don't know. I would have to check and see because some of these are older. They've been around for a while. The faded stamps, I know they have, but I'll have to check the pricing because I don't remember. I'm going to go over top of this again. I don't know. I can't remember what the pricing is off the top of my head. I couldn't keep up with that because there's just too much Tim Holtz stuff. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. The only thing I don't like about, I'm going to put this across the, no. One thing I don't like about them is just they're expensive. But if it's something you can use a lot, then, it doesn't bother me so much to put the money out for it. But yeah, So I'll have to look. April, send me a message and remind me. That's the best thing you could do. And I'm going to use Rusty Hinge. And let's see. Broken China. Yep, excellent combo. Broken China is probably hands down. I mean, I love Mermaid Lagoon and Peacock Feathers because, those are all my blue colors. Oh, you're fine, Marty. I'd be talking to my son, but my mom took my son and ran off with him. he was home for like, oh, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, I think, maybe a week. I don't think he was home a week. I don't know, maybe. And they took him back. They stole my kid. But he's enjoying being with Grandma and Grandpa, so. Made a circle template for envelopes? Yes. It is so nice. I didn't actually make a circle template. What I did, Cheryl, and it might be something you want to do, and I don't have mine here. It was in the other room. I took a square. I cut a square the same size as my envelope, right? And then I cut 1/8 of an inch off here and 1/8 of an inch off the bottom. So I have a 1/16 inch of space to fit it back in. And then I took this circle and cut the circle out. So my square has a hole. So now when I made it a little bit, the hole in it a little bit bigger. So when I cut it out now, I know I can see exactly what's going to fit in my circle.
Blowing your paper.
Huh?
You're blowing your paper.
Yep. Yep. It's been a long day. And my husband had to work yesterday. And then he worked today, but he got off early today. So it was a long day. He was up and ready to go to work at 5 o'clock this morning. So
earlier than that.
Well, he was up before then. He left for work. He had to be to work at 5. So he left the house at 4:30 and was up at 3. And it's been a long day. You bothered him. You bought what from somebody that would do them, Marty? CD envelopes? Is that what you're talking about? Or did I miss something? I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Oh, the CD envelopes? And had them printed out, huh? I know, it makes it easier. That's funny. Oh, my. Did you drink part of my water?
No. The water you bring.
Yep. She has an awesome shop.
Yeah.
They're getting ready to be some pastel ones loaded up. Almost got them all done.
CD things?
Yep.
You just wonder what you're doing for her sometimes?
Huh?
You ever wonder what you're doing for her sometimes?
Who, me?
Just in general.
Because I'm making CDs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a bizarre thing.
She asked me if I ever knew what I was doing with my life. Really?
Just a bizarre thing.
From a 15-year-old.
No, technically. My 15-year-old. Close. I don't want to be 15. I really want to. This is what. It hooks you quick, beware. What?
I think she's working on getting one together, guys.
You can't find April shop, so Martine.
Let's see. I don't know. There is a list for everybody to list their things on Facebook. I quit going and listing people's things after someone messaged me that they didn't want theirs there. So they have to list their own now. They cannot be listed by somebody else on the actual list for the shops. So there's that one. And I love it. I think it's so pretty. Yep, I do too. It's very steampunky.
Oh, hi, Tex.
Who are you talking to?
Cheryl Tex.
Oh, yep. Cheryl was on here earlier.
Yeah, pretty something, Mark.
I know.
Like
I should make a bunch like that, huh? It's almost like I knew what I was doing.
Almost.
Not really.
Almost. What you looking for?
Wait. Oh, hold on, guys. Come on, big block. My. I don't know. Yeah, that's one of those things. I gave up figuring out why people do things a long time ago because a whole lot of people don't make no sense to me. This is hold on, I'll tell you what this one is. Yeah, I have to look at the package. I think it's one of the ones over there, but I don't know. I'll have to look.
You got a little recruiting band going on over there.
Woohoo, Steph! Thank you.
Remember the whole free advertising thing?
Yeah, it is. It does look. You know what? I'm going to drop that again. Okay, let's see if I can line this booger up again.
Precision? Not my name.
Hopefully, if not, that's what I have more envelopes for. You talk louder. I got the blow dryer on.
But why are you texting while blow drying?
Ooh, no.
What?
That one's gonna get painted over because it goobered. It went all gooby. So I'll just paint over top
Just
of it.
kidding, I turned volume up. Always get ghosties when I try to stamp.
Yeah, I do too.
Ghosties.
It's just gonna stay that way. It's okay. Okay.
So what are ghosties?
This is mustard seed. Candy apple, or candied apple, I should say.
Candied apple?
Candied apple.
Why is it not candy apple?
Abandoned coral.
Abandoned?
Abandoned coral.
He makes pretty colors, but weird names.
Twisted citron, if I can talk.
Joining club.
And picked raspberry. Yes, I know. That's a lot of ink on my little place.
Oh, fancy.
A lot of ink there.
Oh, she wants her little white thing.
No, the stamp where you can. I had a mermaid lagoon. Yep. I know what she's talking about.
I wasn't sure what you were talking about.
And I wanted this to have sort of a vintage vibe to it.
I just got her drunk. We are drinking too much coffee. Shit.
Well.
What you thinking about?
Let me grab my stencil that I'm after. And this is one of the mixed media stencils where you get 2 stencils in one. And I'm going to use Vintage Photo. And I'm going to put it to where it grabs both of them because I really like it when you get both of them on there. Just because it sort of changes it up. So then when I go and I put some ephemera on there. What did you do with my one you had earlier that you found?
Which one?
It was the one that had the butterflies and all that in it. Remember I told you to...
But you didn't want it?
Yeah.
Now you want to send it to you? Okay, give me a second. I have to unbury myself. I got come.
That's what that one looks like. And then it's got the ink underneath of it that sort of layers. I just like how the transition goes from one to the other. Did I have a big one? Really? That's not my fault. No, the little... My ephemera. It's okay. I've got my little...
Your little thing?
My big one. Oh, now I get it.
What? You just not good at joke?
Yeah, Cheryl was being funny.
What'd she say?
Did you? I love stenciling.
I like that one with the butterfly. There you go. I like the one with the butterfly on it.
Thank you.
Looks like a monarch. Okay. I was going to voice craft.
See all the faded ones?
Going to try and
Okay.
open these or whatever, but I don't feel like it. However,
It's okay. Just set it over
I
there.
recommend the Mushi room. I gotta clean up my mess.
I'm not rubbing it in, did I? I do too much ink, and I've got the minis in all the colors, because I like, I use those to like roll and stuff like that. But I actually like the big ones better, because the little ones run out too fast. If you get to where you're making multiple journals, they just run out like crazy.
Get to it, rub it in, she says.
I am.
She's demanding, huh?
See? I don't like how my bee disappeared there. That makes me angry.
The bee?
Yeah, it didn't stamp all the way. That's okay. I'll do another one. But yeah, I like it.
Ooh, I like that.
I do too. And it's with its little insert. Okay, then this insert, I actually have, what did I do with it?
What did you do?
Hold on.
Did you misplace something?
Let me switch out my stance. And this goes in my other one. Oh, there it is. I found it.
What did you find?
Oh, wow.
What? Oh, that's so much. For minis?
Yep.
Maybe like a shortage of ink or something?
Yeah, there is some that you can use, but it just doesn't it just doesn't really work the way that it should. Will you find oh, there it is. Okie dokie. So here we go.
Oh,
Hold on, guys. Yeah, you can use it's I did my butterfly upside down, and that's why, my friends. Yeah, double check before you stamp.
can you just turn it a little sideways?
Huh?
Can you just turn it a little sideways?
Yeah, I just moved it. No, I didn't stamp it yet.
I need to do one first for everything.
Your anchor doesn't work?
No, the first half of everything I actually cleaned up after myself.
Yep. Yeah, you can re-ink your stamps. My stamp block is big.
No, you said they don't work like they're supposed to. You said that.
No. They work. And they do great. They do good. They just don't, they're not like having a new ink pad. No, you're talking about ink refresher. Ink refresher is supposed to refresh it, and it does do it. It doesn't exactly bring it all the way back.
Are you embossing something?
Re-inker will ink. It will ink your pad. Your pad will never be like a brand new pad. That's just, you know, the way it works. I re-ink mine, my oxides especially. Because I use a lot of it.
What does that say?
It says always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder.
Are you embossing something?
Yep, it's got to dry.
Oh, you're embossing something?
Yeah, that's why I needed this. It was supposed to be upside down.
Sorry. Let's do one with it.
What I do, and this is what I do, and I'll just be honest, you guys, I'm going to tell you this right up. Okay, like I have my vintage photo distress ink, and I have a vintage photo distress ink. I have an oxide, I have an oxide. Okay, I bought two, and I'll tell you why. Because it takes a while when you re-ink. I like setting mine, letting mine set for a while to really get in the pad good. I don't like re-inking it and using it straight off because it's so strong. So I have 2 pads. I re-ink one. I let it set until my other one gets dry. I re-ink that one and use the one I did. So I'm continually switching them out. So I'm not re-inking and using it straight off the pad, if that makes sense. Okie doke. Hopefully that made sense. And this is an embossing dabber. This is my unopened can. I have an open can too. Let me see. Did it dry on me already? I think it dried on me. Now that I got it open, let's do this. Oh, nice stuff, honey.
What happened?
She has a migraine.
Aww. Reuse that powder. Can I smell this?
Sure, if you want to sniff embossing powder, go ahead, you weirdo. Why would you do that?
It's dusty. I thought it was like liquid. Chill there for a second.
So making sure I got up any extra that flipped off the side.
I'm assuming you want your embossing done?
I was looking for my drying towel, which I just had, and I left it somewhere.
Oh no, but I found this. Do you like this?
I know. And this is a heated craft tool that is like, 20 years old probably. Give or take. So.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's hot.
I grabbed the metal part. Did you just go, oh yeah, that's hot after I touched it?
Yep.
It's nice and quiet.
It's really old.
Sometimes the old stuff is the best stuff. You know?
Yep.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, let me see my gun real fast. Let me get this one side over here. I don't think I got it all the way.
Don't smell the powder from the tray.
I know.
I'm willing to, if enough money is involved. It's on you there.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't think there's enough stuff stuck to it from all the crafts.
I'm just trying to smash it down where it rolled when I dried it. Hey, Deborah, how are you? She's fine. You guys, she was being funny. So there you go. And I love the blue, just gives it just that hint that it needs. And it says, always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder. I'm just making some, I know, Marty, I haven't got that far yet. Just some basic ephemera type stuff. Yeah, you can feel it. I don't care.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I thought it'd be gritty.
No, it's a glaze.
Can I just admire that for a second?
Let me have that. Not blow dry.
I thought it was gonna be way grittier, you know.
Hold on, guys. I keep telling myself to buy an embossing gun, but you know, I've had this one for so long that it's just, you know, sometimes it's hard to, yeah, it's just hard to part with your something you've had for so long. Yeah, so there it is. I like it. Oh, she was being funny. Yeah, hold on, Cheryl. There you go. Does that look okay? And I love how it enhances. It just enhances the stamping. It doesn't take away from it, you know, because you're used to. But there you go. Are you done admiring? Okay, so there is that. Now I feel like I need to make an envelope for it.
You want a big envelope? Or a small envelope? Small one. He's perfect size. He's perfect size. You can make a tag that goes in it as well.
Well, thank you guys. Super, super sweet. Let me grab my big vintage photo again.
You really pushing that one, huh? Oh wait, can we go to that one? Oh yeah, you gotta make it match, don't you? I was just quoting you. Who is she? Who is what? Wait, what? Scar Nettie. What's Scare Nettie?
Because you were sniffing the jar, you scared Nettie. She's got little kids at home. You can't. She's still got that little one. He's like 5. So sniffing a jar would be something he would do because.
Okay, I've sniffed slugs in jars. Okay, I'm not gonna stop sniffing stuff. It's my nature sniff stuff. Oh, that's cool. You did a reverse one on that. Did you? Did you not?
Huh? Well, did I what?
On this one, it looks like it's reversed. Or is that just the general color of the envelope? So shoot. Now I need brown sheets of powder, embossing, ruby stuff, and a heat gun. Thanks, Dorothy. Sad face. CD covers. I just love those envelopes. She called you out. CD covers. I just love those envelopes.
Oh, well, good. Oh, so you guys want some CD envelopes like this? I thought about making some ephemera and stuff to throw in my shop to sell, but I didn't know if it would just sit there or, you know, whatever. I thought about making some because every once in a while somebody will ask me for some. But
I didn't want mean face. I wanted scrunchy face. Scrunchy face. Scrunchy face.
Did you see how I did that? Look, girls. Straight up the side, and you can't tell it was there. Ah!
At a brand.
Oh.
That's ironic.
Well, see, I never really thought about it, I guess. I don't know. I ought to, because I have these things and I make them, and I have tons of stuff. I have bird stuff right now that
I like fell asleep.
I need to do something with.
I'm gonna do something with that for beach color.
I know, right?
I like the beach color. Cover up.
What I cover up now?
She's referring to the fact that you stuck them together so perfectly.
That I what?
I think the fact that you stuck up those together
Oh.
perfectly. I could be wrong, but I have to use visual photo and oxide.
You have to, because you.
Okay, is there a difference between oxide and distress?
Yes, the difference between oxide and distress. Since she asked the question, I'll answer it, just in case anybody doesn't know. Okay.
Look at me making segues.
Distress ink is a dye, therefore it blends in and actually goes into the paper. Vintage oxide, or any oxide, is pigment based. That's why you get that weird brown color on top.
Lori went to bed.
Lori went to bed a while ago, honey. She hasn't been feeling good. And I think, with working, and then she had her aunt's thing. See, this is one that I've been using. You can see what it looks like, or I've been using. This is one that I just re-inked. See how it's got the brown pigment still sitting on top? It will slowly go in. You just have to let it set. But she had her aunt's memorial service and stuff today, so I think I imagine it was a stressful day for her. So, okay, we've got that. We've got that one. What do we do now?
I was waiting for it.
Let's see. What do I want to do? Hold on. I'm flipping through my stamps. Seeing if there's something I want to use. Oh, I could use the little men.
Are you going to put blue on it?
What do you mean?
Does she mean like on the envelope? Did you take it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet.
Not yet. Beverly. Hi, Glibby. Yes, love you. Look good. Good. Oh, no butterflies?
No funny slides. No none. Okay.
No butterflies on the envelope for the butterflies?
Let's do.
Yay, I can sniff them.
Let's do.
Oh, I was gonna say that one.
You want to do green? Cracked pistachio? That would look. The green would look really. Rusty hinge. Ooh, rusty hinge. They sort of look steampunky.
What about fossilized? Oh, what about the speckled egg in that? Because blue and.
My speckled egg isn't in here. That's weathered wood.
Really?
My speckled egg I put up because I don't want to open it yet.
Speckled egg? My son could probably count the amount of tags I have made, says Nettie.
Oh, wow.
That's a nice stamp, says Beverly. Butamus tags, too. I said that right? Green and gold, says April. Green and gold would look great.
Green and gold?
That's what she said.
Well, see, that's what I was going to do, and she told me no. Green and gold?
Did you show him your piggy? Can you count? Green and rusty hinge, she says.
Rusty hinge.
Watch her go. Wait, no.
Wait, no. Wait, hold on.
Did you show him your pig?
Yeah, the other day.
Yay. The piggy. I like the piggy. What am I looking for here? If it's asleep.
Somewhere.
What? Oh shoot! Be right back. I forgot to take my medicine.
Uh-oh.
You can count to 20 easily already. How old is this kid?
Like 5.
That's a big.
The little things.
So you told me Nettie's made less than 20? Can you do a reverse thing? Can you put your thing over here and do whatever, but like, you know? That way you emboss only the stuff that touches that, you know?
Yeah, I can do that.
I think that would be
You'll have to clean it.
Okay.
Okay.
It's still 4, she says.
Oops.
Oh, just trying to figure out how many tags you made. 20 it is. And me too bad, I've got to take a pill. Tex and Beverly both got to take a pill. Let's see. Can you truly withdraw this? Well, I'd point that out. I don't know who needs to know that, but... Oh, it's gonna be covered with embossing stuff.
It's okay. It washes right out.
Yep. Out. A pill, thanks for the reminder, says Marty. You need to put the embossing. Right, it comes off! I forget about this stuff, okay? Oh, wait, this stuff smells like licorice. Why does this stuff smell like licorice?
You know what? I don't want to do that. Where is...
Why does this stuff smell like licorice?
Little spoon?
I need to wash this off before it dries, probably, right? I'll be right back. Tell me if also doesn't feel it.
This is my little spoon. I have a bag right now that I was working on because I was going to do a bird journal and then life got insane and I've not got to do it. I have like a whole set. Oh, I need to do this first. Hold on. I forgot what I was doing. That looks so scary. It's only scary until you mess it up. Let me set that to the side.
That was very easy to clean, actually.
Yeah, it comes right off. It's just glycerin. Basic. Well, no, it's got other stuff in it too, but...
I sniffed that one.
You're not sniffing it anymore. You already scared half the people. Jeez.
I just sneezed a lot.
Turtle quit.
Are the kiddos going to their dad's tomorrow? I thought they were going all weekend.
I thought they were supposed to go this weekend too, and he decided not to get them, so they're not going till next weekend. So
I thought he was supposed to get us.
Yep. So they ended up, they're here, but my husband has been here since Giggles was a little over a year old. Well, let's see. She was born in June of 2005, and we got together in August of 2007. So she wasn't quite 2. So she doesn't really.
I don't remember not.
She doesn't remember me and her dad even being together. So
I've seen pictures, but that's it. You look good together. Oof. My leg hurts. I don't know what to do to it. My leg hurts.
she's not here.
Wait, she gave me paper that has it on it. Ooh.
Oh, I meant to use Rusty Hinge and I ended up using blue and green.
Mom.
Oops.
Mom.
I grabbed the wrong one.
Mom.
That was my fault.
Well, now you gotta do another one for April. You done messed up.
Well, I forgot. It was setting here, so I wasn't paying attention. And I got to talking.
Would have stopped you if I knew that you were doing it. and keep you guys away from the heat gun. I already burned myself twice with it.
I know, right?
I don't need to be burnt anymore than that. Thing's dangerous. Poor thing. I feel like I'm inside. Oh. You know the bit. Oh, it turned way darker than I thought it would.
Okay, let me let it cool off.
As long as she doesn't sniff glue. I've sniffed glue. Okay.
Mike, listen, she sniffs everything.
Weird fact. Fabri-Tac smells like that weird paint you have. Not the full cart. The full cart in your Fabri-Tac smells the same.
I know.
And
Okay, guys.
that one other type of paint glue you use smells like vinegar.
What do you think?
I like it. Can you? Ooh, it's wet. Ooh, that is. It is embossing reversible. You know, how like you can do that, and then like you can do the opposite, so like the greens on the white, and you know. Love it, very pretty. Let me see. Heart eyes. Wait, where's your?
I love it. It's so pretty.
But it matches your tag now. So.
And it matches my tag, so it actually worked out good.
Are those men going in the garden?
No.
Oh.
No, they're not going in the garden, but this would be excellent for a secret garden one. Yeah, because they have top hats on. I could see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this would be pretty.
Marty loves that blue.
Even without a stamp, if you didn't have the stamp on.
Just cover it up, yeah, Mom. Okay.
Even if you didn't have the stamp on, just the green and the blue, if you did all the vine, would be so pretty in a secret garden journal. So I'm going to have to do that. So add that to my pile.
Are you going to do another?
I'll do one more with the embossing stuff.
Can I pick a color?
What do you want to do? Let me find a different stencil. Let's do a different stencil.
You pick a stencil, I pick the color.
Or do we want to do a stamp?
Let's do stamp. Ooh, that's pretty. Can you both see the same one?
This one?
Yes. I'm picking colors. I vote color picker.
Yes, you can blend two colors together. I'll do it on this. Let me.
Can I pick?
I like putting a distress color in the background.
More?
That's my old one. I like using the newer one, better one.
Do you have a preference for colors? Blue?
You know, I've never tried, but I'm guessing you could. I mean, I don't see why not. We'll try. I'll tell you that. How's
she
that?
says layers or something. Couldn't you technically take like two colors and mix them together physically? Like put them in a little bowl.
Yeah, I'll put both the powders on. I just won't use as much. So.
Can I pick colors?
I don't care. Pick two colors to go together that match.
Matching? What's that? Are you seeing the outfit I'm wearing?
She hates the matched clothes, you guys.
I don't like it. It looks too uniform. Green and yellow.
I'm gonna put a stamp of some kind in the back. What do we want to put in the back as a stamp?
Do you have your other green up there? A bright green or a dark green? That's a bright green. I feel like these two, because they're both muted tones. What do y'all think about that? What are the colors again? Antique linen and peeled paint. Those two go together, right?
Oh, you know what? Let's just do a saying. Come here, little Stampy.
Timholt says they can, so they can.
There you go. Yeah, you just when you get done, you throw, you know, the excess ones you have away. You don't put them back in your cans. Yeah, green and
antique linen because it's muted.
Antique linen, yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
that's fine. We'll use that. Let me put my little min over here.
Do you see your little min?
Yeah. Let me do this one in
what step are you using?
The potting soil.
That's pretty combo, says April. Oh, it's a reverse one. Wait, what? So it's ended instead of raised.
Yeah. It says the journey is never truly over.
It just changed course.
It just changed course. I'm trying to read sideways.
Well, they can read it.
Oh, there you go. You guys can read it. Hopefully that's sort of centered. Yeah, you just have to be careful because and make sure you whatever you do, don't put your mix in. Actually have a different container to put it in. And I have little containers. They're right there to the right hand side of my first charm cabinet.
I don't know where.
Okay, it's by the glitter. There you go.
Are you gonna mix two of them together?
Yep, and then I'll just keep the excess.
I hurt my foot. But you have
So
to discard it? Can't you
stamp and all his stamps, have that
Here,
like
you hold this and I'll open your fingers.
vintage faded stuff to it. I need this.
Should you mix your things first? Is that gonna take longer?
No, because I can spin it out.
Oh, you're not gonna mix them two together? How? I'm opening them for you, so give me just a second.
Really?
It tastes awful. Here, you use that and I get this done.
Open that up. I got most of it off. Let me. Hide the little spoon.
Stuff tastes awful and smells.
I'm just going to keep this in this little jar. I'll mix it together and keep it in this little jar.
Does that mean we get to use it again?
So it better be a color that looks good. Oops, wrong lid.
Mom! Why did you pick that one? Distressed? What? Bit random. Pretty color. Oh, I have an idea of what color this might be when it's mixed, Shake it! Make me. Oh.
I'm only going to half shake it. That way it's partially mixed up and partially not. Let me make sure this is still wet. Yep, there's one part of it dried up at the top. I'll just cover it again.
Sniff. Oh, it looks like it does.
This stuff will last, you guys, forever. You use very little through the dauber, so it's pretty cool like that.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
Oh, the tan doesn't really show up much, does it?
It will melt it.
Oh, we might have made more.
We
should have made more.
Why?
Not my son.
Yeah, but I have all this on here.
Oh, yeah, you can just shake it a little, can't you? Elizabeth did beautiful jelly plate lace. Puzzles take longer than I remembered, says May. Yeah. If you're like me and you can never figure out what pieces go where, they take forever. And if you always lose a piece and you end up 20 minutes arguing with the other person you're doing it with. Beautiful. Don't go licking your fingers anymore.
Set this to the side. Ryan, I'll put it over here with these. That way I know what I put in there and I can mark it with my marker. Will you hand me my gun?
What? Did you?
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Dorothy has a ton of lace that looks so good in her jelly print. What? Lace
Yeah, just like a stencil.
It is probably because it's the only one that you feel like you get to do it. If you feel like you can't tell you, you should read it. Oh, it ends up being a pretty combo in the end.
Let me let it dry and then I'll hit it with the gun.
I'm gonna try the jelly lace thing. Okay. We were
I got a jelly plate.
going to. It's so hot. That'd even make an awesome hairdryer, actually.
So yeah, it actually does. You get like the vintage linen. And then it comes through with the what is that, peeled paint?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, so you do get some of the vintage linen through with the peeled peeled paint, and it does create sort of a different color.
Can I see?
There you go, April.
May I see? No, I wonder what it would look like with two very different colors.
Yeah, I think with the green and the antique linen is so light. I think if you used like, you know, Rusty Hinge and the green, it would be a lot more. You would notice that color change a lot different. Yeah, or if you used fossilized amber and weathered wood, or fossilized amber and broken china, that would definitely show good.
You can probably burn your hair. It gets hot. Probably.
Lori, what are you doing back? You're supposed to be resting. I told you to rest.
Why, you're not sleeping, woman? I missed the glaze being used. So
Oh, you missed the glaze beans.
well, we might as well use more glaze.
Sorry, there's that
Can
one.
we use more glaze?
And we made that one.
Can we use one more glaze?
And we did this one.
Look, you can't refuse. I got your bottle and everything ready.
Oh.
I think he said you can do one color, heat it, and dry it, put another color on top, and under the color will show through. Probably.
Yeah, I imagine so.
But we know we can now mix.
Yeah, but you can actually mix
That
them
one
and it
little
does come
spot.
through.
One
So,
little
I mean,
S.
it does, you do get different colors. It sort of is a different effect.
Does that mean we can do another color since I got you your bottle?
What time is it? No, it's almost 11.
No.
No, you're not the one that had to get up at 3 o'clock this morning.
I was up
Oh,
at
you're
2.
welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome.
I was up at 2 and I fell back asleep. It's not my fault. I just fall asleep.
But I have some things I'll throw up in the shop. I mean, I've got stuff set and ready that I've just not. Like, I have bird stuff. There's a bird
I
envelope.
never used these, by the way.
A bird envelope. Or a birdie bag. Sorry.
Yes, that was. Because I pushed the container.
And a little journaling spot. And little file folders. And let's see. Oh, these are all pre-printed things. So you can't do those. Let's see.
What in
There's a bird thing with little journaling spots in it.
I love you to death, but that's a little rough.
Look, Cheryl. Just for Cheryl. And it's a woodpecker. That's really pretty. I like it. I have some other stuff.
Ooh, don't run over my foot.
Did I run over your foot?
You almost did.
Don't put it under my. There should be 3. There should be.
I found one. I'm grabbing
Like there is a pretty yes check
this is more
thing. I'm trying to find my. Oh. Yeah. There's my little woodpecker one. And they're like you put them on the side of a page, so this will show on the other side.
Red light.
And then it's got
Okay.
a little tag you can write on.
Because you know CD cases are envelopes.
And then there's a little bluebird one. Look, I even left the price tag on there for you. With a little ribbon. I have all kinds of half-finished journals laying around where I've made ephemera.
Ooh, another woodpecker.
And there's little bags. There should be a little bag for each one. Somewhere in here is a little bag.
LOL.
Anyway, I have tons of stuff. It's just sitting around. I love bluebirds too. Why have you lost your mind, honey? Why have you lost your mind?
Please help me, please. I'm sitting here LOL at laughing out loud at a pecker. Ah,
That's funny.
that's inappropriate. I still need to make 2 more signatures for the Mirabella. How do you pronounce
Mirabella.
it? Mirabella. Ooh, I like that one.
Hold on, I'm looking for something.
Oh, Lori's and Marty's mind both went off.
Nice. I'm inking this so I can show you that because
I thought you said it was too late.
it is. I'm just going to go in there and lay down and not be able to sleep anyway, so I guess it really doesn't matter.
Clean your one plus one quickly. You got one from the corner.
And I got to get more Fabri-Tac for the snippet.
Okay. My foot hurts. Let's go to bed. My foot hurts. Let's go to bed.
What's in your foot?
I don't know. I walked in here about 20 minutes after my foot started hurting me, but I don't know why. I think I stepped on something. It's just jamming like the arc of my foot and it hurts.
I'm trying to find a butterfly or something that has something I can. It has colors that I can use over top of.
Oh dear God. What did you find now? I brought the shoe.
Yep, Kath, they're awesome. I was just looking at them. I have a friend that uses them and was telling me about them. And she's like, "You've got to get these." I just haven't got them yet. We use a white flower that way. Oh, I'm gonna have to get some. Everybody I've talked to is like, "Oh, you need those." Well, it just seems like you use so much Fabri-Tac. I mean, it's just. So, let's see, I'll use this. My art glitter glue. I have it. I just haven't been using it. I don't know why. I go through phases. Okay, so I will put this on here. Just made it a spoon. I'm going to try to do this without a paper underneath me, so we'll see how that works. Probably should do it on paper. Yeah, let's do it on paper because that's just not going to work. What was what? This is weathered wood. The Distress Embossing Glaze, and it's weathered wood is what this one's called. And the little thing in the bottle is embossing fluid. They do have the pen ones you can use, but the little dabber things are great if you want to do like a big area. Oh, awesome, Kath. This is a it's an embossing dabber. It's just embossing fluid, but it has a felt top, so it makes it where it doesn't, you don't pour out tons. It makes it nice. So I mean, it lasts a really long time. Okay, let's let it dry, and we'll go over it with, what do we want to go over it with? What do I want to go over it with? Let's see, where's my, let's use vintage photo. Let me see if that's what, yeah, we'll use vintage photo with the blue. That should be pretty. And see what it does. Oh, you weren't sure. You can use pens and stuff. You can stamp on, they have embossing ink pads that you can use too. Let me see. Yep, we're dry. So let me just cover over this section of it. I'll leave some of it sticking out. Oh, the powder one was on markdown. Nice. Yeah, now embossing powder is different than the embossing glaze because embossing powder is solid. So when you put it on there, you'll just see whatever that color is. If it's green, you're just going to see green. Where embossing glaze actually turns into a glaze. So you get that layer where you can see everything beneath it or below it. Let me, just in case, I don't know where I got it all at, but. Over there. Put my lid on. Oh, no big deal. But yeah, if you try to use regular, like if you stamped in green, it's going to leave like a green outline, just like if you used a marker or something like that. Or like if you use a black stamp or whatever, where the glaze makes it translucent where you can see through it. Let me cool it down. So there you go. So yeah, you do have the blue over here. You can use it on top. I'm trying to make sure it's okay. I'm going to try to show you guys. Hopefully you guys can see. Okay, so like over here was just the one layer. This was the blue with the one layer. Then where the flower is where it doubled up. Because when I did the blue, I did just on the flower and a little bit over the flower. Can you see the difference in the glaze where this is one thickness? This is the second thickness. Can you see that glaze difference in there? How thick it is? How much more shinier and how, there you go. You can really see the thickness difference between here and the flower. So this would be awesome to use if you were making like paper buttons, because that would just thicken it right up. Or, you know, if you wanted to do like labels, you could do a whole page of labels and, you know, just run your dauber, whatever, however you want to call it, you know, over each individual little label. Like, I don't have anything stamped on these yet, but like these. Okay. Then you could take your dauber, whatever, and just do each individual little label, you know, or even do the whole thing, cover it in whatever color you want it to be, of embossing glaze, draw, you know, melt it, daub it again, cover it, and, you know, do that 2 or 3 times because this stuff lasts forever. I mean, there is a ton in here. You think you're going to use it all and you're like, whoa, there's a ton. You know, maybe do 3 or 4 layers and have this really, really nice, heavy, thick label. Exactly, April. That's where I was going. Yeah, or you know, buttons or, you know, anything like that. Yeah, and it's pretty thick. I mean, it feels like it's real smooth. Like the one layer, you can sort of feel the bumpiness, you know, how, because of, you know, the individual the powder. So you can sort of feel the bumpiness. When you get up here, it's just slick, almost like, you know, like a gymnasium floor is what it feels like. Yep. That's what I was talking about, like on this, any kind of number tags, you know, words. You know, if you wanted to add a word and you wanted to pop the word so you caught it. Oh no, Lori. That'll make for a busy day tomorrow, won't it? But yeah, so doing the 2 separate colors does work because like right in here, you can really see where it went over top of it. Yeah, a cameo, you know, anything like that. Oh, a butterfly would look gorgeous if you know, inked it with all different colors or, you know, watercolored it and then covered it with the glaze to give it, you know, that would be pretty. And you could use antique linen or whatever because it's really, really quiet. It's where vintage photo is darker. Like you can see the antique linen here where it's just really, really light. So yeah, you could use like that and it's just going to add a little bit of an antique look, but not too much. Yeah, because you leave Monday, don't you, babe? There you go. You can buy clothes along the way. But yeah, so, I mean, I'm happy with all of them that turned out. I mean, the embossing glazes do really good. I love this one. This is really pretty. This is really pretty too. You know, and technically, if you got a stamp block, if you use like potting soil, that was lighter. So, you know, because black is so dark. But if you used it lighter, you know, the brown, or even use vintage photo, and then emboss over top of it like this would look gorgeous, you know, using a thick, let me see if I had a pen earlier. What did I do with my pen? I've had a pen all day. I always have, hold on, I got one down here. It is. Or, well, technically, you know what? Let me see. I did have a green one. Okay, so let me use the newer one. It's got a thinner tip to it. So if I was going to send this to somebody, let me see. Who could I send it to? Oh. Yeah, see, you could definitely write on it and use it as an envelope if you used a lighter color of ink. So yeah, you could definitely, you know, write on it, you know. Yeah, and you definitely could read the address. What, because I wrote on it? Well, if I was going to mail one, I'm talking about mailing it through the mail. This would be gorgeous. Could you imagine, you know, getting this in the mail and that's the envelope you get in? But yeah, if you used brown instead, you know, where you could see your writing, that would work. Yep. I know I just trashed that, but it's okay. Perfect. It works. Okay, ladies, it is 11:15. Lori needs to go to bed. I'm joking. She's a big girl. She can say it, but she really does need to go to bed, though. So, does anybody have any questions? Oh, it looks horrible. Yeah, but I wrote on it, so it's like all yee. I can send it to her. It's all, I didn't even write straight. I'll make a better one. I'll make a nice one and send it. Yes, I did see the stamp on the envelope that you sent me, Nettie. I made it better because I put Marty on it. There you go. Night, Kath. Night, Kathy. Night, Elizabeth. That's so funny. Jaslyn. Joslyn. Oh, April, no big deal. Yeah, it didn't smudge. It looked great. Yep, I added it to my stamps. That's so funny. Oops, that was loud. I'm getting all my little things that dried. I like that one. It's so pretty. Oh, good night, dear. Good night, Lori. Get some sleep, babe. Good night, April. Oh, love you too, Lori. Try to get some rest. Night, Joetta. Oh, wow. You'll have to send us a video from the beach, Lori. Oh,
Lori at the beach? Did I hear beach? Do I hear seashells? Is Lori gonna go to the shoe store and get seashells?
good night, Nettie dear. Yep, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, Ron and Jim and
Red.
Darren.
Come on, there's more than that. You know this.
And do you think that's all? I don't know who those are.
Oh, there's 2 others.
Yeah, but those are the ones in here. Let's see. That's okay. Just take a picture of the beach. I didn't. No, I won't say that. Never mind.
Just don't angle it down.
Just don't angle it down. Keep that camera in the air, honey.
And
Dennis, yes. I was thinking Kyle. Kyle, yes. See,
Fred.
I was thinking. I just hadn't got there yet.
Did we count Grandpa? He's a father. He's your father, Grandpa. Jim.
That's who's missing. Nancy wasn't on tonight, was she?
Yes.
Your husband's name is Kyle, Beverly.
Fred.
Because I have a cousin who's married to a Kyle.
Really? That's the only reason you remember that?
No, but I have to remember. There's a lot of men that, if I meet somebody and I see their face, then I remember their name. But just to, like, you know, somebody to mention a name, I might have to think about it. Okay, you guys. Yep. I knew that. Okay, girls, I'm going to shut it down. I'll probably be hanging out in the chat. So I'll see y'all later. Love you. Bye.